This is the Chefs Without Restaurants podcast with your hosts, Chris Spear and Andrew Wilkinson. Each week, we'll be speaking with food entrepreneurs and people in the culinary industry. If you're interested in learning more about our organization dedicated to helping people build and grow their food businesses, look us up on the web at chefswithoutrestaurants.com and .org, and on Facebook and Instagram at Chefs Without Restaurants. Now, enjoy the show. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm dropping a little mini episode here today. As we did a couple of the podcast sessions on Monday, we were talking about resources. And one of the things that keeps coming up is Instagram. It seems like everyone's going to Instagram for networking, for their marketing, and connecting with people. And we thought it'd be fun while we had Chef Keezy and Chef Jared here to talk to them about who some of their favorite people to follow on Instagram are. So this is a really quick 10-minute episode. We also talk about our lunch. Hopefully that's not too boring for all of you, but we had a really great lunch from Chef Keezy. So enjoy the episode and let us know what you think.
Here we are, Chefs Without Restaurant podcast. We're doing a little mini-sode here. We got two of our guests. We recorded 2 episodes today. And we're right in the middle of our recordings. We got both of our guests right here, and we figured we'd give y'all a little 5 to 10-minute episode, shooting the shit, talking about whatever we want. We just ate a bunch of really good food. Chef Keezy, she brought us some chicken.
Happiness.
And some rice.
Happiness in containers is what it was.
Happiness in containers. You know, I don't even have words to describe it. Before we started recording, I'm just sitting here.
You feeling good?
Spacing out into the sky, good, loving life, just appreciating I don't even know what I'm appreciating. I just appreciate everything.
You just had like an escape to like Morocco.
He was in the middle of
like Senegal.
I was right in Sierra Leone. The call to prayer was on. Like, it was great.
So what did you make for those who didn't catch this?
All right, so I made poulet yassa. Poulet is chicken in French. Yassa is just the sauce, which is onions, mustard, green olives, lemon juice. Kind of cook that all together, bake my chicken separately, and just kind of like marry both like a marriage.
Some Scotch bonnet in there.
Scotch bonnet in it for a little bit of heat. And it was really delicious.
It was so delicious.
It was really good. It was really good.
She said it herself.
Yes.
I know I made this, but it is good.
Had a little concealed moment there. Tuck my shoulder on the shoulder.
Yeah, you gotta toot your own horn sometimes.
So we wanted to do this quick mini episode. You know, one of the things that we always ask people what their favorite tools are, their favorite marketing resources, and everyone keeps saying Instagram, right? And as we were talking today, I think we realized that we all kind of met each other through Instagram, you know, following one another, watching each other's thing, which is a really cool place to be, right? Like that you can kind of see what people are doing, follow them, get inspiration, but then converting it into real life relationships. The 4 of us are sitting around the table right now having food and drinks solely because of this, platform, social media platform.
Absolutely.
So who are you guys following right now that's not sitting in this room who you think people maybe don't know about and should be following and watching? I think that's maybe a good question really quickly. Like who are a couple people, just putting them out there and saying like, yeah, go check out their stuff?
So I'll name 2 people. My first one would be Christian from Hooch and Banter. Because I think his food is amazing. I remember when I first discovered Hooch and Banter in downtown, I literally went there like 5 times in a row. Like everybody that was coming to visit in Frederick, I was like, I know where we're going. So his food is amazing. He has a great personality, and I think y'all should just follow him or check him out at Hooch and Banter. The other person I'm kind of following right now, I don't have a favorite chef, but I have a few that I admire, like what they're doing and where they're going. Is Tobias Dorzen. Do any of you follow him?
Sounds familiar.
So yeah, he's from Liberia, if I remember correctly, and I think he used to be like pro football. And yes, that's him. And kind of like after that, like went to cooking school, I think, culinary school. and is now doing his own thing, and he is just amazing. And actually, he's working on opening his own spot. He had a food truck, and I think it's called the V Restaurant. So
Yeah, his it says at the underscore V underscore restaurant
yeah,
is what he's
yeah,
listed as,
yeah,
and his Instagram, I'll spell it out, is TOBIASDORZON, Chef Tobias Dorzon,
hmm
I guess. So that would be him. And Christian is Dr. Gangsta Taco. So it's DRGANGSTATACO. So those are two cool people you're following. What about you, Mr. Barbecue?
I mentioned in a different podcast that we got our start from a place that was the Smoking Swine down in Baltimore, and he helped us out with our first trailer. He's been on Diners, Driving Dives. Look up Drew. And then there's also another place that we've kind of gotten to know people on Instagram through, and the guy's name is Bark Barbecue. That's BARKBBQ, and he has a pop up that he does in Baltimore every once in a while. And I asked him the last time that we were together, what do you do full time? And he works with crazy spices for desserts and all that kind of good stuff. So if you're in that market, hit him up. He'll be able to help you out. And I'm hoping to bring him to the Frederick market here soon to get him in bakeries and all that kind of good stuff. So Smoking Swine and Bark Barbecue.
How about you, Chris?
I've mentioned on other podcasts, my perennial favorite is Ideas in Food. Alex and Aki are two of my favorites. I've been following them for over a decade now. They've got an amazing blog, but they have a great Instagram feed. You should definitely check out their website, ideasinfood.com. A lot of my businesses and ideas I've taken from them, and they've been super open about sharing resources, which I think is amazing. And then if you're looking for something really interesting, someone I've been a big fan of for a while and a good friend is Our Cook Quest. So the guy's name is Rich Sheesh. For so many years, he went by John Doe, Dough, on the internet because I think he didn't want his bosses to know what he was up to. But he's now doing all things Koji. And he's actually writing a book called Koji Alchemy that's getting ready to drop next year with Jeremy Umansky from Larder in Cleveland. So I think following both Ideas in Food and Our Cook Quest, you can see some really cool stuff.
Okay, this is Andrew here, and I'm actually going to shout out some people. These are actually not people that these are people that I've met and know in real life, and I didn't meet them on Instagram. But it's the main place where I communicate with them and get to see what they're doing, and I just really love them and what they do. And so the first one, I met him at the Pizza Expo in Las Vegas, and we kind of had like, well, anyway, yeah, I met him at the Pizza Expo in Las Vegas. He's a pizza freak. He's got a bunch of different. He actually has several different Instagrams, but his Instagram is Felix Leader, and he's just. I think he's on the rise. He's gonna change the pizza industry, and he is an in-person influencer. You know, you have your Instagram influencers. This guy, he's not worried about that. He's a real life influencer, and I think that that's gonna take him very far. And he knows everybody in the pizza world. It seems like he's made his way around that world very easily. So you know, you follow him, and you're following everybody else too. You're following all the best pizza makers. Okay, and then the other person that I want to put out there is Crystal Mack. She's out of Baltimore, and she's done several different projects in Baltimore. Honestly, you have to do your own research and figure out what she's doing because she just does so much, and everything she does is amazing, and she's a genius visionary. Yeah, Crystal Mack with a K. Crystal with a K. Mack. Shout out to Felix and Crystal because y'all are probably my two favorite people.
Is that MACK or MAK?
KRYSTALMACK, and then Felix is FELIXLEADER. Follow them both. They're great people, and I love them. I love you guys.
Cool. We just wanted to throw this together as a little mini episode that'll probably drop. We do our full episodes, try to get them out on Mondays, so this will probably air sometime in the middle of the week to kind of get you through. And I think we're just going to get on the mic more often and throw little mini episodes in there. So, you guys have anything you want to add? No? Thanks for Instagram for bringing us together, bringing us some good food, drinks today, and
I have something I want to add. Follow tags. That's how I've connected with people through tagging. They follow tags or I follow tags, and sometimes you're gonna get a bunch of foodie and blogger posts most of the time if you're following food tags. But I got a friend now, I would call him, and I've never even met him, out of Springfield, Ohio. He does chicken and waffles. Bubby's Chicken and Waffles, love you too.
That sounds so good.
And yeah, I tagged like personal chef or something, and then he just like started messaging me, and we kind of like were. I can't wait to meet him and try his food, and he wants to try my food, and maybe there'll be a chicken waffle pizza collab someday soon.
Go support your local food. Don't go to the chain restaurants. You're gonna get the same nonsense from every single one. If you really want to get out there and see what your town has, go find the local restaurants, go find the local bars, go find the food trucks. Don't be afraid to walk up to a window at a food truck. Everything coming out of there is probably just as good, if not better, than a local restaurant. So go support that.
And on the note about tagging and everything, once again on Instagram, we're Chefs Without Restaurants, spelled just like it sounds. When you post a photo of your food, you can use the hashtag Chefs Without Restaurants. You can actually tag us in the photo at Chefs Without Restaurants. If I see that come through, I try and repost as many of those. So free advertising for you. And with that, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for listening to the Chefs Without Restaurants podcast. And if you're interested in sponsoring a show, let us know. We can be reached at chefswithoutrestaurants@gmail.com. Thanks so much.